येवकार तुमकां आज आमी आसा आल्दोना कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीचे आमच्या वांगडा आसा MLA एडवोकेट कार्लोस सर. तांचे कडेन आमी जावन तेंचे प्लॅन, तांचे फ्युचरान कितें तांचें म्हणणें आसा रिगार्डींग पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ गोवा, लिडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशनाच्या बाबतींत, तशेंच सद्या जे कितें पॉलिटिक्स चल्ला त्या विशयी. सर येवकार तुमकां. सर तुमी फर्स्ट टायम MLA जाल्ले हांगा आनी तुमकां अशे खंयचे प्लॅन तुमचे उरले जे जावपाक जाय दिसता तुमकां डेव्हलपमेंटाच्या बाबतींत?
चोय पयले आमी इलेक्शनाक गेले तेन्ना आमी प्रॉमीस केल्ले की एक मार्केटाचो आल्दोना मार्केट दॅट इज प्रायोरिटी फॉर मी. मार्केट एक्चुअली जावपा आशिल्लो, सगळे क्लियरन्स आयिल्ले, फायनान्स क्लियरन्स पासून आयिल्ले म्हूण मार्च म्हयन्यान आमकां एक हें आयलें की GSIDC प्रपोजल घेवपा आशिल्लें तेन्ना दोनी कम्युनिटीन ऑब्जेक्शन काडलें आनी देखून आमचे सद्या एक टेम्पररी बंद पडला. That is undergoing a scrutiny, and I am hopeful that it will happen because that was my priority, and I will assure the people that I will take it up. And otherwise by month of May नाल्या ह्या म्हयन्यापासून आमचे फाउंडेशन स्टोन घालून जाता आशिल्ले म्हूण ते ऑब्जेक्शन आयले देखून दोनी कम्युनिटीचे, and that is why ते मातशे पेंडींग उरले.
कितल्या क्रोराचो प्रोजेक्ट आसा?
That will be about 5 crores.
ओके.
And फायनान्स क्लियर जाला.
ओके.
सो आनी ते GSIDC हांवें सांगलें की ते GSIDC काम चड करून बरें जाता देखून हांवें म्हणलेलो आनी CMाक स्पेशली सांगलेलें ते तूं हातीन घे म्हूण आनी कर म्हूण, एंड ही हॅड अश्युअर्ड मी तो कोतलो म्हूण.
आपण ऑब्जेक्शन्स कम्युनिटीन हाडले म्हणटात.
हय, दॅट वील बी अ थिंग वीच आय डोंट सी रियली ऑब्जेक्शन बिकॉज आतां द लिगल प्रोसेस हॅज टू बी कंप्लिटेड, एंड आय डोंट सी दॅट टू बी एनी इम्पेडिमेंट फॉर मी गोईंग अहेड विथ द मार्केट. नाल्यारवायज काम स्टार्ट जावपाचें. And it is market is, I have no personal interest in the market, it is for the benefit of the people. So there are forces which work to make sure that I will not be able to succeed. कित्याक कांय 10 वर्सां केलें ना ते आतां मुगे 5 वर्सां करूंक ते दिनात.
Okay.
So these are the games.
So your opponents, you mean to say?
It is but evident whom I am referring to.
Okay.
And there's no need of giving anybody importance when you have not performed. And now you are only an obstacle in any development.
Okay. So any other future plan like underground cabling and all?
So underground cabling kiala, and I'm very happy because ours was the second highest at that time, all across Goa for the tender which was awarded. But underground cabling, despite underground cabling, we have still been having some power shortages, and there is power interruptions or disruptions we will call. So these are because trees are falling, branches are touching. Those are LT lines which are getting affected, low tension, not the high tension. So there have been disruptions which I have not actually been very happy. I can't give a condonation to the department fully. But underground cabling kela tanna, restoration of the road has not been done A, satisfactory, or B, in time. And I blame the department for this process. कित्याक सिस्टम केला तो इलेक्शन डिपार्टमेंट फोंडटलो आनी PW उपरांत येतले म्हणल्यार ते आनी 1 वर्स वतले फकत हें करपाक, एस्टिमेट, टेंडर आनी सगळें करपाक. सो इट शूड हॅव बीन इमिजिएट. कोणूय केलें जाल्यार रोखडें प्रॉम्प्टली करपा जाय. एक्चुअली आमचें काम बेगीन स्टार्ट जावपा आशिल्लें म्हूण तूं जाणा पॉलिटिक्स फाटीं फुडें आमगे फायल ओडून दवरताले. मागीर आमचे 10 जाण लोक हिंगा आमचे कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीक नोटीस दिली सरकाराक की तुमी रस्ते फोंडले आनी आजून कांय केलें ना, लोक पडटा, लोकांक इंजरी जाल्या आनी तुम सगळे रिस्पॉन्सिबल जातले आनी आमी कोर्टांत वतात. रोखडे इंजिनियर धांवून आयले म्हगे ऑफिसान आनी सांगपाक लागले सर कोतात आनी मागीर ती फायल पुश जाली आनी क्लियर जाली. आमी अशें करून धमकी दिलो ना जाल्यार ते अशें करून आनीक एक फायनान्शियल काडपाचें तें हांवें काम स्टार्ट करून नासतना. बिकॉज दे स्टार्टेड लेट, द वर्क कूड नॉट बी कंप्लीटेड इन टायम. So this is one thing which is a problem, but I think after monsoon we should get it done. But I will hold up the government in the assembly session as to this entire methodology and the delay in carrying out these works. So this is as far as the underground cabling. To me, I had assured for agriculture, we are giving all help for agriculture. We have even done desilting of ponds We have also beautified points like Koima Wada Pore to me, and we are also doing one proposal has come for आमगे हिंगा आतोर्ला त्या सायडीन आसा एक तोडे आसा. Then we have also done this. I personally done one Visarjan site here in Podwal near the bridge, which I have given for the community at my own cost. Then we have also done other development works like for agriculture of desilting and of the nallas which are going into the fields, and works are still going on. Plus all the support that is needed when the crop is getting damaged and affected by this flooding and all that. I've been making sure that they get the compensation promptly and in time, so that whatever help we can get from the government we can. There was a major band which has been done in Moira, which was about 10 crores and odd, which I managed, which was stuck for many years. Finally managed to get it clear. I got it inaugurated. This work also has been in couple of crores, and that's this one in Podwal where we are standing here. So this work also has been done and is going on, but we got the tender at passed. In Goljume also there was work which was there because saline water was entering the fields and the farmers could not do any work because of this. And every time whatever kell is there, it was getting affected. In Ponale also we have done this, where we got the tender done and the work started. There's also one special thing which I want to mention. I सरकाराक सांगला की जाता आज tenants association म्हणून they are becoming virtually dead and virtually non-functional. Tenants association का पैसे ना. So the government is helping us through the WRD, because under agriculture department it is 90-10. 90-10 बोले 90% सरकार आणि 10% farmers. आतून सोय just example of the Moira Ban 10 कोटी जाल्यार 9 crore सरकार फारीक करतलो आणि शेतकार 1 crore. तूं डिवायड कर शेतकारां 54% आज जाल्यार तांकां पयशे जाय आनी शेत केल्यार तांकां एश कोन्न प्रॉफीट म्हणून मेळना. So where is the question of you want to encourage? I think you should be able to do it free. So WRD is helping us in doing the entire work, and I must commend that the government has been very cooperative in making sure that we get all the support and the assistance.
सर तुम्ही आता सांगता की इतली डेव्हलपमेंट तुम्ही करता म्हणून आणि कोण तरी ऑब्स्टेकल्स जातात म्हणून. सो आणि तुम्ही अपोजिशन जावन इतलें काम कशें करूं शकता? सो कशें जाता तें?
चोय केन्ना आमी हूंय गेले जाल्यार इवन एज आदवोगाद गेले जाल्यार आमी तोडपाडी चिंतात आमची केस सामकी बरी आसात, पूण तूं रेडी आसपा जाय. कोण ओपोनंट आसतलो, कोण ज्युनियर पर्सन आसतलो, कसलो आर्ग्युमेंट रेज करता, त्या पॉयंटार तूं फेल जावपा जाता. सो वी मस्ट ऑलवेज बी रेडी that you will not always have a smooth sailing. Suppose tomorrow you are in ruling, it does not mean because you are in ruling you are having a smooth sailings. See how many things sarkarache lokuch oppose kota. You don't require politician to oppose it. Okay. Even the people can oppose it. So therefore an opposition sometimes I believe can be healthy, because you can know and correct kite wrong azalyar. But if it is opposition for the sake of politics, then these people according to me should be removed from politics. Okay. Because they don't think of the people, they think of themselves.
Okay. Sir, there is any plan for youth? And secondly, तुम्ही employment भुरग्यांक दिवपाक पावले तशें, कित्याक everyone asking about employment.
See, I help people as far as employment is concerned. I recommend names wherever possible. And several of my recommendations, I'm happy that people have got the jobs. But you know how the system is. You can't directly say appoint my man, their man, then it goes into the court and becomes illegal. But I'm not happy in the manner in which we have seen youth being deprived, and with all the allegations of cash for jobs. The youth are working to getting educated. This was not only my time. This was even previous to my election. I had already said, if you don't give them job opportunities and jobs, there will be a frustration of the youth. the frustration leads to unwanted things including crimes. आणि आज पळय आजची न्यूज वा कालची न्यूज की बिचोलीन 24 वर्साचे भुरगे with drugs they were caught. Maybe small quantities of drugs, but that is the beginning.
Okay.
And then what happens? They need to make money. If you can't make money, you indulge in all these kind of things. Because it's not that they don't want to work. Some of them want to work, they don't have an opportunity. They don't get an opening. They don't get that appointment letter. All these kind of things happening. Or if people all from one constituency are getting, what happens to the rest? Are we not all people from Goa? Why should all of our children not have an equal opportunity? I don't say. And there, a few days back, I heard Chief Minister make a statement. 1,000 jobs will be given for Bicholim. How can you give? If you say that you want to be fair, I think this is a mockery. You can't try to say that I'll give 1,000 jobs. Or you say, I will make sure that every constituency gets 100 jobs. Then it's all right.
Okay.
But is it possible in law?
That is all.
Will it stand test and in the scrutiny of courts?
Okay.
You understanding?
Yeah.
You can't give preference on the basis of place of birth, place of residence. In the constitution, it is bad. So you can't say I'll give 1,000 jobs here and 2,000 there.
Sir, any plan for Aldona constituency, with regards to generating employment?
So I am working on one project, which I earlier thought we would have a Ravindra Bhavan. म्हूण आतां रवींद्र भवनाची हिस्ट्री पळयली आमी जाल्यार ते म्हाका आमकां फ्री वॉटरफॉल आनी तसलें नाका आमकां. I think we need to have a proper place where our women can get exposure, a chance to expose their talents, a place where we can have art and artists coming, performing. It can be local artists or it can be top artists coming and performing so that our people get exposure to them and also some entertainment or whatever, and they can learn from them. So I have identified a site and I have an offer which has come from some reputed establishment, and I have put them in touch with the appropriate persons, and they are working on, and I'm trying to see whether as fast as possible we can have like a Ravindra Bhavan. You understand? It's not a Ravindra Bhavan, but it will be like a Ravindra Bhavan, which will be a center for art, culture, and having a library which will generate local employment and will also promote local talent. It's a time process because money is involved, investment is involved, but we are working out the mathematics of it, and I'm following it a little bit at a fast level.
And any other future plan for youth?
See, I think the youth, I was trying to get the youth to be trained because I wanted to have a center of excellence where we could train youth. But now with the NEP coming, the whole schedule is getting upset. I already had in place to give special classes, coaching classes. Muge कितें आशिल्लें भुरग्यांक तयार करपाक for the 12th board exams. Post 12th. I was thinking already post 12th. कितले भुरगे JEEE answer for engineering admission घेवपाक सोदतात. थोडे NET, NEET करूंक सोदतात. So आमगे भुरगे केन्ना रेडी नात. हांव मुगे पर्सनल एक्सपिरियन्स सांगता. मुगे धाकलो आशिल्लो तेन्ना हांव सदां चिंतालो तो खूंय वयतलो आनी कितें कोतलो म्हूण. तो सदां सांगतालो हांव भायर वयतलो म्हूण. सडनली म्हाका डिसेंबर म्हयन्यान ताणें सांगलें पापा आय वॉन्ट टू बी अ लॉयर म्हूण. हांव तेन्ना खरें सांगता हांव नर्वस जालो कित्याक लॉयर जावपाक आयज एग्जाम आसा आनी तुका बरें कॉलेज जाय जाल्यार ते व्हडले एग्जाम बरोवपा पडटा. हांव चिंतपाक लागलो एक ट्रेनिंगाक धाडलो ना, एक ट्युशन एसो स्पेशल कोचिंग कांय दिलें ना. आतां लास्ट मिनट डिसेंबर सांगता आतां मार्च एग्जाम काबार जातली, एप्रिलान एग्जाम हेजी हांव 12th एग्जाम काबार जातली, एप्रील मे जाता एग्जाम. कितें करून ताका तयार करपाक. सो if as a parent I realized what I was facing, I think of the hundreds of people who don't have the opportunity just because we don't have anything. So I was wanting to provide this opportunity for our people. But neat ele timing हांव झगडटालो थिंगा कित्याक तुमकां इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर ना. इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर ना तेन्ना तुमी कितें करूंक सोदतात की सगळे भुरग्यांक सकाळीं ते सायन्सा इस्कुलान दवरपाक बेकार दवरपाक you must have teaching. Suppose you want to train them in art, even some music, musical instruments, songs or anything like this. Then singing, you have to have specialists. Now the schools are not employing people because it's not that the whole class will learn to sing when you don't like singing. You understand? Everybody can't learn piano. You must have pianos. So, but you can have this kind of classes individually, or perhaps small groups can go to certain teachers and learn. So, these are additional things by which our children can not only just gain experience, but can have one level above the others. When you have special qualities like this, then you are picked up as a different person from the what we call ordinary. I don't mean ordinary in that sense.
Okay.
What I mean to say, everybody is a BA, everybody is an MA, but what's special? That is what makes you special. So that is how I was wanting to do this. And unfortunately, NEP has ruined my programs. We had already started that from this June we were going to do it, but the schools are not sure how the timetables are working. The education department itself is completely in a confused state of mind about NEP implementation. I think that causes a big worry for all our people because they don't know anything. Now I'll give you an example. A recent statement that English people will feel ashamed of speaking English. A statement being made. I think it's very sad because we should encourage children to learn languages because language can be a key to your communication, not just nationally, locally, but internationally. If we want our children to grow and go cross the barriers and become people of international repute, by speaking your local language, you will not be able to speak in Paris or in Switzerland or the top forums which you have got. How do you go to US and start speaking in a local language that nobody understands, however good it may be? And then you interact with others, you learn from others, you go to those universities and you can't understand what they're speaking because you are supposed to have forgotten English. Okay, you never thought English, or it said you're feeling shy to speak English. I think there should be a limit to what politicians should speak and what they should try to say. Just for the sake of politics, you should not make statements. And I think we need to encourage our children to cross the barriers, cross just not this. But I also say one more thing. एक पाटी आमच्या भुरग्यांक chance दिलो हुंय वचपाक. We have to draw that kind of a situation where they come back. कित्याक भायर गेले शिकपाक केन्ना परत येनात. You understand?
Yes.
आमी मागीर थोडे पाटी सरकारूय हें दिता कितें ग्रांट दिता, थोडे पाटी सरकार लोन दिता शिकपाक. कसलो फायदो भुरग्याक शिकोवपाक आनी भायर वचपाक? You understand? तो फायदो आमच्या गोंयांत आसपाक जाय. So the government also needs to build in that kind of an opportunity to get them back and to draw our talent back. And you never know, if we do this with an open mind, without any political bias, we surely can develop our Goa, and Goa will still be number one on the map anywhere in the world, not just for our beauty, but even for our intelligence.
Okay. Sir, now regarding politics. सर तुमी आतां म्हटलां तशें तुमचे जरी तुमकां खुबशे प्रोजेक्ट हांगा हाडपाक मातसो अपोजिशन बीन जाता म्हणून सो तें आसतात सगळ्याकूच पूण तुमचे आनी CMचे रिलेशन्स कशें आहा म्हणजे आमी हावजा भितर पयलें जाल्यार ते तुमचे चडशे आयकतात.
चोय रिलेशनशीप म्हणलो कितें जाता, you must understand, you must respect even your opponent. There's no question of trying to show that you are smarter than anybody else. We do our work conscientiously, and therefore we have friends across everywhere. But when it comes to our party, we know where we stand, we know where they stand. There will be no two thoughts about that. But as far as relationship, it's equally good with all other ministers and also all other members of the opposition, as much as members of our opposition. I don't have any problem with anyone. Even in court, I'll tell you this, I don't take anybody as an opponent even if he opposes me, because we argue a case for a client and we go away. We have nothing personal against somebody. Why should I have? Unless that person came to hurt me, unless that person came to actually attack me, then maybe I will say, I can't keep this treacherous person near me. But otherwise, I don't do anything which can cause them to be angry with me. I don't say anything which actually hurts them for wrong things. You understanding? I don't simply say something for the sake of saying it. If I do attack the government, I do attack with facts, figures, and after making a study. So even if they get upset if I've spoken, it's not wrong. So I think they should also accept it and learn from it, correct it. And if you want to say that you are right, then we will prove who's right at the proper course in the proper forum.
Okay. Sir, what is your future in? You are going to remain in Congress as a congressman, or you are going to switch the party? As the simple question I am asking, because you know nowadays most are switching the parties.
I have been a congressman since 1992. I never aspired for Congress ticket earlier, despite the fact that I was being offered earlier. It was only in this election that I sought a ticket, and I got the ticket. I had given a word to my people that whatever happens, even if I'm the only one, I will not defect.
Okay.
I kept my word. And I think if you are grounded to your principles, you will know how to take a decision in the best interest of yourself, your party, and the people. Therefore, many times speculations were there that I was joining the BJP.
Yes.
And I heard it myself. I heard this proposal with offers which I myself never had. But they were like in the gullies and all, to use this phrase. Offers were being made and each one was speculating what post I was going to hold. I made it very clear that I can't ditch my people. I can let down the word I have given. And I've been elected by people on a certain principle of being with this party. And I don't see any reason why I should desert the Congress party. I also say one more thing. There is a time, if you remember, BJP went down to 2 in parliament and it rose. So there is a phase for every political party which will go down. There can be a graph and it will go up. We are only hoping that we see better days, and I'm confident that it will come. We must only channelize people's mind to the injustices being done to the weaker sections, to the women, to the Dalits, the unemployment scenario, the attacks on the minorities, and the corruption which is going on, high level corruption, and the frustration of the youth, which needs to be, because it's not getting a few this thing. Ata podoya election at tenna jobs announce kotle. Elections atri te scrap kotle. Process was wrong motale. Te fokot at ZP election and next will be 2027 election. Eloka on hope. एक दोरपाक की आता काँग्रेस येयली जाल्यार तुमकां काटले आं एशको म्हणून परत परत जिखून येवपाक सोदतात ते. I think people have seen through their game. People have even seen, that is why you can see that the mandate of the BJP was reduced in Delhi despite their bravado. They were expecting 4 sopa, they were saying, and 400. Where 400 they came down, even from what they had. I think they came to 240 or something from 270. So therefore, the thought of me being a defector, don't think of it. Understand? Many people can speculate. And if there are sometimes certain statements which I make, which may not be liked by A or B or C, let those people who want to criticize say what they want. Because I will speak my mind, I will speak as per my conscience, I will not speak lies. You understand? There's no need of telling something like that. And there are certain people who definitely, you can't have 100% everyone who's your friend. So you're bound to have somebody who's your either enemy, or maybe your beta, or maybe what we call a critic. It's all right. If we listen to them, we can take their inputs. If they're right, they're right. If they're wrong, we don't make issues.
सर तुमकां दिसना काँग्रेसीन अजून कितें तरी अशें करपाक जाय की आतां खुबशे पॉलिटिकल लिडर्स आहा पळय ते आपूण म्हणून जिखता इलेक्शन्स तांकां बीन खंय तरी एकठांय करपाक जाय अशें दिसना तुमकां काँग्रेस टिकेट काँग्रेसीन टिकेट तरी दिवपाची
हय आमी बसले आमी उलयले आनी म्हाका दिसता की ते आमगे एक रोड मॅप फायनलायज जाता आमी सगळे वांगडा येवपाक आनी इलेक्शन आतां फुडें कितको करपाचें
सगळे म्हटल्यार कोण सर
along with as much as possible like-minded opposition members.
लायक विजय सरदेसाय
I say like-minded opposition members. And there are certain things which I cannot spell out right now because these are internal matters which we don't disclose. But I can assure you that we should be hopefully getting good, positive sign for rebuilding the Congress party, for strengthening the Congress party, and for doing things in the interest of the people. Please understand this. Congress always stood for the common man. Congress always stood for the weaker people. In the days of the Congress, people never even looked for government jobs. People were happy with whatever job they had. They were in private sector also and they earned well. Many people have retired from private sector. Today, why everybody is running for a job? And I last time Bowad Kela, Assembly ne ek resolution hadle about giving jobs for locals, at least in industrial estate 75%. Kone malla amche bill, amche resolution? BJP ni, and with their MGP along with the independents. या लोकांनी मारले न्ही. So this is what I'm saying. They are not thinking of you and me. They are thinking of their own interest. And I think we will work on these common issues on a common platform with common participation with all these members of the opposition.
ओके थँक्यू सो मच सर तुम्ही टायम दिलो आणि तुम्ही सगळे तुमचे प्लॅन सांगले इवन फ्युचर ऑफ काँग्रेसीचे कितें सांगले तुम्ही कितें इलेक्शनाक जावपाक थँक्यू सो मच
Thank you.